Oh well, that was great.
Hello everybody, hope you're well. Right then, we're not going to mess around now, we're going to get straight to it. This wall's got to come out in its entirety, bricks outside ready to be sold, all the other walls have got to be taken back to brick, these floors have got to come out, then we're going to move our way down the house. Usual thing, if you're a returning viewer then you've seen all this before, we're going to go straight into time lapse. If you're new to the channel, hello, thanks for joining us. If you want to know how we got to this stage, then all the links for all the other episodes leading up to now are in the description. You want to go and check those out. Let's get to it. Skip number 3 has just been picked up. That one at the bottom is skip number 4, just to be dropped off, which brings the total money spent on skips to date to a rather depressing Right then, Well, there's a few reasons why there wasn't a video last week. We've had the snow, so the kids have been off, had a couple of strikes, so life's through a few curveballs, which is fine, that's all right. But also, taking that down, which you've seen all before, when I took all that down, just put into time lapse, but that's about 4 days work into about 3.5 minutes, or wherever it just was. So that's the stage that we are now. Below that, we've got the kitchen, which we're in the process of clearing out now. Dad has just done a tip run for us. I've got to get all these pipes out, ready for the tap man. I've kept everything, every bit of metal from this house. Saying that, a couple of radiators have gone, but I've kept the rest, so I'm going to be weighing it all in when all this is down. So early next week, that's going. I'll let you know just how much money you've got in your house. All the cables, I've kept everything. So I'll let you know how much that is. Yeah, that's done. This is the downstairs toilet, which was the stairwell. So I've just got to get these bits of chipboard out. Then that's done. Then we'll drop these ceilings as soon as we've cleared out the kitchen properly downstairs, which we're in the process of doing now. But just in case any of you are wondering that I'm all right, you know, he's all right, he's working hard. You might not be thinking that, whatever. But oh, the worst Christmas presents arrived early. To wrap that up, don't want to ruin a surprise. If any of you are wondering, you know, I hope he's all right and everything. Well, don't worry, because the local drug dealers have just opened up the recycling to put a lot of stuff in, and local drug dealers have dropped off a load of leaves, man. It's nice. It's nice, isn't it? Beautiful. So Dad's just gone down the shop to get the Rizzlers and the biscuits, and we're going to be all right, I reckon. Move skip, as you know. Right then, let's get into this kitchen. And I'll work up a bit of an appetite for the biscuits. And then we'll have a bit of a chill out, shall we? Excellent. So that's how that looks now, all up there. So as I should say, we've got a roof window for the bathroom, and then just in case my daughter's room ends up to be a bit of the old black oil Calcutta, when we built the roof, I put all the timber work in for a window there at a later date if need be. So that's why that's like that. We had to keep the roof in, which is why there's no hangers or anything, or there's not many noggins up there. All going to be done at a later stage, because we couldn't get in. We couldn't get under it to do it as we were building it. And here's a absolutely gorgeous kitchen. So yeah, just dumped all the stuff. That's all what you see here that's gone is gone into my dad's car, which is nice. Keeping these appliances, going to keep the worktop. Not a fat lot wrong with this sink really, so that could go in the utility as and when. So I think we'll keep all that worktop, or at least from maybe, yeah, I think we'll keep that. Get rid of that, because we won't have room in the utilities to have both, so it's one or the other. Although I'm thinking about it, I might keep it, just in case we design the utility for the sink on the other side, in which case I can cut it into that side. Yes, okay. Keep both worktops, scrapping in the rest, and then we're going to get rid of this ceiling, and then we can measure our joists straight across and get them ordered. And once they're ordered and on the way, this floor is solid, so that's got to come up to make way for the underfloor heating. That's obviously down there to height already, and all this is solid, and then what's in there is solid, which has all got to be dug out. So yeah, plenty to do. Let's get on with it. Right, apologies for the crappy quality, but it is pitch black in here. I've got my torch out for you. For Forgot me Superman picture, I set that down. So that's all stripped out now. That's the boiler, which I'm hoping to sell. It's not plugged in or anything, so no gas safety chat, please. This is the downstairs bathroom. It was in the stairwell, I mentioned a few times. All that stripped out, may as well keep that in for the time being. Do the old bucket of water trick. So now we're finally ready to start ripping these ceilings out, which I'm going to do right now. Right then, what a difference a bit of light makes, eh? As I say, I've got to get this ceiling down now. Just show you a couple of things before we do. If I can walk, look at my phone and not go through the ceiling at the same time. Obviously, this used to be a chimney. And if you've ever taken a ceiling down without going to the extent of taking out the floor above it or the walls above it, just be mindful. I mean, this is the original back of the house, so there's nothing to suggest there was ever a chimney there, but there obviously was. But where there's a chimney, there's a hearth, which has been knocked about in the past. But the point I'm trying to make is there's 6 bricks there under the floorboards and just sat on a lath and plaster. So if you'll just come along willy-nilly and rip the ceiling out underneath, that could do a bit of damage. So just be careful with these old houses, whatever you do. Right then, I want this down pretty quick. It's getting late. I don't want to be too noisy for the neighbours, so I don't quite know the quickest way of doing it. Maybe a bit of smashy and a bit of cutty. We shall see. Right, well, as you can see, we might not be able to actually. I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. I left all that in because I thought if I start cutting that out whilst I'm on it, it's all connected. Look, and if it goes, I could go with it. So I think that's a ladder up job from over here. This wall just up there, far side of it, up and over, nice and safe, and I'll cut down. I'll do that now. I don't want to let the dust settle, but just to prove that I do learn from mistakes, I'll shut that window, look. Beautiful. See? We're getting there, aren't we? Might be a decent tradesman by the end of this. Right, let's get those last bits down. Well, you would have thought that would make my kitchen look better. But it doesn't it? Right, so that's hard work. Someone's done a half decent job on that bit that was around the hearth, the old hearth there. They put joist stangers on and trying to get them apart, and it was all very strong. Fair play to them. Right, I'm going to get the big bits out now, so to speak. Because I don't know if you noticed in that time lapse, the bricks just turned up to pick them up, but they were still in situ. But they ain't anymore, aren't they? I'll go and put them by the front door for him and collect tomorrow. And that's me done for the day, I reckon. Right then, tomorrow we'll start cleaning that up. Right, it's the following day. Clean up day. Tat pole's mounted up, get rid of that soon. As soon as this wall's out, all the tat will be out completely of the house, so we'll weigh that in, let you know how much that is. The plasters are in on the other jobs, which means we have a special guest today. There we go, beautiful. What we'll do, as in, there you go. Full stop, beautiful. There you go, very nice. I'll show you what we've got to do today. See a little bit better now. There we go. Another big hole in the floor. So that's all the plasterboard and lath and plaster and whatnot. Got to get that back out into the skip outside, and then we can start taking taking this final wall down of the job. Once that's down, and a little bit of this wall here, well, that's all the demolition over. So it's quite exciting. The end's in sight for all that sort of stuff. Then the arduous task of digging all that floor out, because everything on the back of the house is solid floor, not suspended in these houses. I don't know why, but that's just the way they are. So yeah, clean up, knocking more stuff down. Same old really, but let's get started. Right, how many layers of flooring you got in your kitchen? You've probably only got one, haven't you? Well, we're posh round here. I've got 4. We've got these grey vinyl tiles by the look of it. Straight on top of that, we had these ultra modern vinyl tiles. On top of that, we had whatever that was, which is a lighter version of our final one. Which was that? Unbelievable. What a damp that was under it. Just holding any water, any moisture that got under it. But there we go. Right then, so nearly there. Going to advertise that on Gumtree or something. Let's see if I can sell that. And then next job, we're going to strip this huge bit of boxing out, which I think has only got them 4 pipes in it. Have a bit of a decluttering here, I think. Get rid of all the pipes, all the skirting, radiators. That can go, door frame can go, and then we'll start dropping this wall down. So yeah, I think that's our next job. Right, I have a kitchen space. Beautiful. Obviously, never been able to see it like this before, so it's all very exciting. So now we can start designing the kitchen, which if you're doing any kind of work like this, you have an extension built or something, you've got to start designing it at the earliest opportunity. Wait till you've got the space like I have now, but start doing it now. Just so all the mistakes can be made, all your change your mind as many times as you can up until that critical point where to do it. So start going through it now is my advice to you. So right then, big day today because it's the last day of demolition. Rich is just clearing out the broken bricks that we put that side yesterday. He's getting them in a skip, and then I'm going to start stripping out behind me. For the last bit of stripping out, all the skirting, alcohol, that sort of thing. And then we've got, I'll just walk you through, we've got one more ceiling to come down, which is this one above us and the bathroom there. We've got one more wall to come down, which is this one here. That nib there just needs cutting back because it's flush with this corner. And then we're taking this one wall down, that one back to the wall there is staying. You'll see that in a second. And after that is the demolition done for the entire project, which is very, as you can imagine, very, very exciting because that's all we've been doing up to now, isn't it? So yeah, we'll crack on with that then. We'll get it gone, get it done, and then we'll all have a bit of a high five session, I reckon. Excellent, right then, let's get it started. Okay, little ripping out sesh. Got that stud wall out. So now I've done that wall first just so I can see for the first time how big this utility is going to be. Big enough, I reckon. So just to talk you through what will be finished products here. that doorway is going to be blocked up, and then the kitchen, we're thinking at the moment, is going to run, well, it will run along this back wall here, or this side wall I should say, and then into that wall there, maybe with a bit of return on it. I don't know, maybe. That's subject to change. And then that door then goes here. So what we're going to do now then is cut that line basically all the way up and remove the wall from that point to there, and then that will be all that done. I'm also going to cut this nib back, so then that corner just becomes square, and then we're leaving this wall, existing wall, in, which makes me feel better, because obviously we could have took it out and rebuilt it and insulated it and all that sort of thing, but weirdly this wall, as you can just see it there, goes from 9-inch thick to single skin from that point there, and I reckon taking all that out, I'm not, what can I say, I want that left in just to give that wall a bit of stability, so it helps out there. Then moving on into here, so you can imagine walking through there, you walk into the utility here, and then there'll be a door there into the under the stairs toilet there, with that door being blocked up. So that's the plan. So we're just about to drop our last ceiling, hopefully, of the job. As you can see here, look, weirdly, I say weirdly, these stairs used to go up here, and then you'd go to the landing and then step up left or right onto the landings either side. So that's a bit of a full ceiling there. So that isn't original, obviously, because stairs would have been there, so I'm not expecting any lath and plaster there, which is good. With a little bit left here, and then that's that. So I think we saved the best till last here. That shouldn't take too long to get out. And then yeah, and then we should just take the floorboards up upstairs, or the chipboard that's there now, and then we'll get this gone. Right then, we are coming to the end of the old dollhouse scenario. Final ceiling's come out. Richard's just ripped this one out. That was all new. You don't need to see that, do you? I'm going to rip this one out. We're going to film it purely because it's the last one of the job. And then once that's out, that wall can come out, and then we're sort of ready for a bit of a, what can I tell you, a bit of a clean up, and that's the demolition done really. So let's get on with it. Let's get down there and smash it out. Here we go. Yeah. Oh wow, that was great. Hold up. Might find a bit of treasure. Bit of what? Might find a bit of treasure. A treasure? Oh, lovely. What's your face on that copper pipe? It's a bit of solder. Bit of silver? Solder. Oh, solder. Yeah. Oh well. What it glistens ain't necessarily gold. Last joist. Last joist of the job. 3, 2, 1. Hey! And there we have it. Excellent. Right then. Oh man. Calm down, ladies. The cage is open, but the bee sleeps. I think I need some new work trousers, man, or jeans at least. Speaking of workwear, these boots have been fantastic. Walking on the on all the joists, and I took all the floorboards up. There's thousands of nails sticking up, and I was walking over them, and not a single one has gone through. All right, fair enough. That's what they're designed to do. But you know, some let you down. These didn't. Solid gear. Never heard of them before. Had them a couple of years now. What we do with some new ones, they're just going where they usually go. Just there, looks a little bit of water in if I'm going through a puddle or something, but excellent, man, excellent. Right, let's crack on. Well, whilst Rich was taking that ceiling down in there, I did my cuts with the beast up and down there, so I'm only showing you because they're the straightest ones I've done all job. I'm not saying they're straight. I'm saying they're the straightest ones I've done. So I'm happy with them. So that is, oh no, it's not a wrap for the steel saw, because I'll quickly show you what I'm going to be doing with them once this wall is down. I'm going to, hello. Ooh. I'm going to neaten these up. I think we've had a chat with my wife. We're going to take this back to that so it's nice and clean. Originally that wall was going, you see, and we're going to bring it out to that, but because we're keeping that wall in for reasons I've already gone into, I'll neaten that up now and take it back to there, which is why I gave it plenty of overhang anyway, just in case that was ever going to be the case. And it is, so there we have it. And then once all the demolition is done there, we can take these boards down, let the light in, and then we can see exactly what we're playing with in terms of the kitchen. So exciting times. So, well, if it is side of the camera you are, but it is, I should say. So right in. Beautiful. All out. Excellent. So we're happy with that. Oh, hold on a bit. Just remembered that this would have been the corridor straight through to the front of the house, straight through to the front door. Obviously the stairs have been moved, which means that under here there might be hold on a bit. No, hold on. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, now then. Oh, let's not get too excited. Let's get it all up so we'll kind of stack that in. Oh. So if that goes all the way through to where the toilet's going to be, that might change how we get the waste for the toilet in, because if it's a nice enough floor to keep, it'd be nice to keep that in here, wouldn't it? Just even if it's just in the toilet part, just here. Imagine that blocked off. Door here. If that's nice enough to, if it's in good nick, good condition. Oh, I don't know about that. Right then, we'll have to tune in for other episodes, won't you, to see what we decide with that, and also what we decide in terms of layout of the of this utility. But ready for the grand reveal. Let's have a look. We took the boards out. How's about that? That's a dodgy catchphrase, that, I think. Dodgy catchphrase now, frowned upon. No, I can't use that one. No. Beautiful. There we go. It's nice and light. So there we go. And thinking about it, one of the main design ideas I had was that you get to see straight away through the house from the front. So yes, there's the doors to go in here, which we've got to put in the right place, obviously, but walking through, look straight down the house, straight into the kitchen. Beautiful. Excellent. Right then, it's all coming along nicely. Right, so what I think we'll do then is we'll leave it there for this episode. Might as well end on a nice point, that the fact that all the demolition is done. Yes, I've got all the floors to dig out, and there's a lot more hard work to do yet before we actually start putting things back in. But in terms of all the walls that need to come down are down, all the ceilings that need to come down are down. So we're good. We've got to take all the plaster off these walls, but you don't want to see that really. I think you've seen enough of it. We might as well try and move on now. Speaking of moving on, tomorrow we have the joists arriving. So the next episode, which may not be next week, depends how much you get done again and how much time lapse there is. It just condenses the episodes down to next to nothing. So got to have substance to them really. So bear with me. They'll be out as soon as I can get a good enough episode together and keep you informed of all the progress and whatnot. But as I say, tomorrow the joists are arriving. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I only ordered them on Friday, so that's a good turnaround. And I'm going to go into a bit more detail regarding those as well, I think. Where they're coming from, the company I mean, all their details, how you install them. I was flying by the seat of my pants, being led by Rich on the other ones through there. But I'm sort of confident enough now that I could talk you through his do's and don'ts and whatnot. So yeah, we'll go for that. And then that'll be exciting, won't it? A floor back up there. And then really then, what's next? Prepping for underfloor heating, I suppose. We'll see. Right then, thanks for watching, and yeah, catch us next time. Say goodbye, Rich.
Oh wow, that was great.